World's fastest bumper car update. Blood, sweat and tears, people. Welcome back to the Thunderdome. Not so much Mad Max as Mad Pratt. And I have good news. My good friends at IDR, Italian Design and Racing, are very much on board with this project. Well, why wouldn't they be? It was made in Italy. It's Italian. They're not with a name like Carpenter. Anyway, my Italian family, adopted Italian family, the Proessis, are very much aboard, and they're going to be helping me. And yes, here we are. Yes, I've flown to the UK on this ridiculous quest. And no, don't worry, that's not what the GoFundMe is paying for. I hadn't seen my mum for nearly 5 years, and there's only so much washing you can bring on an international flight. Last of the Bondo. Well, it's starting to look almost hot roddy. Yeah. No. It's going to be a 50-50 paint job, and that doesn't mean it's 50% red and 50% yellow. No, it's terminology I first heard from my buddy Kurt when we painted the race car. It looks good at 50 feet at 50 miles an hour. And as we're going to be doing at least twice that, that'll be fine. I just happened to have some red left over from repairing my Ducati fairing, and it was the wrong colour for that as well. So it's the wrong colour for this. I just wanted to see, get a better idea of, what the lay of the land. We're not going to do anything about those stress cracks either. Got a few of those myself. So we're back from the UK and measuring expedition. Yes, I know it's a bloody long way to go just to measure a go-kart, but there happened to be one there, and I just happened to be there. So more on that later, because we have. Meantime, this turned up. Yes, we have a license plate. It doesn't quite fit, as you can see, but that's not a problem. We can get that to work, and of course some nice stickers. So we've been sanding down the repair, and I think we'll just give it a coat of yellow, actually, because we got some over here. Yes, just happened to have that kicking around. Get a better idea of what it's going to look like. And yes, I've masked that up. It would be rude to spray over that, wouldn't it? Well, it ain't concourse, like I said. No, it's not the top coat. It's just a brief covering to see what it looks like. I think that'll do. Repair wise, it's solid. It hasn't got holes in it anymore. And more good news, we managed to secure some more funding thanks to Mr. Michael Mattinson and his crazy sister Ariane, who's a bit of a gearhead. Yeah. Michael, on the other hand, is not so much. He's never bothered to learn to drive because he lives in central London, and I think it terrifies him. So anyway, he's supported my lunacy. Thank you, Michael. So, next up is difficult to say, actually. Not quite sure. Needs some more funding, really. Anyway, let's have a look at those measurements we took. Because we've had quite a lot of clever dicks saying, well, why don't you just throw a go-kart chassis underneath and call it a day? Well, it's never going to be that simple, is it? Let's be fair. That said, it's not a bad place to start. And there we have it. Ready to go. So, measuring, yes. We did some, and as you can see, the front of the chassis where the front wheels mount is 26 inches, which is exactly what we've got inside the bumper car. So that's not going to work, is it? As you can see. Other measurements, not so bad. It would kind of fit lengthways, and the front of the go-kart chassis, the very front, would fit comfortably in the front of the bumper car. So it could be a starting point, honestly. And then we got the whole two-wheel thing again at the front. They're just, the further forward they go, the less track you've got. So the further back you go, of course, the less wheelbase you got. So in diagram number 1, we've got long wheelbase, but not so much track. Diagram 2, we got about the same as old Fuzzy Boy, maybe a little bit more, and possibly room to turn the wheels. That's the weird and wonderful shapes here. And diagram number 3, I think we are shortening the wheelbase too much, but that's our kind of maximum width. at the front, but we're getting very near the middle at that point, which is probably going to be equally unstable. And talking of unstable, is that the time? Oh, I think it's time to call it a day. So as usual, thanks for watching and your continued interest in my lunacy. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. And if you haven't donated already, go on, throw a few quid at this. A few bucks. Do tune in again to get the latest updates next time around. And of course, encourage others to watch my lunacy.